So what we have come up with is a completely new setup for our global strategy for the next 10 years. The new strategy is still Vorsprung. Vorsprung is our promise. We want to be advanced in engineering, but we have 3 new pillars defined: digitalization, sustainability, and urbanization. That's the 3 pillars we think are the most leading trends for the next 10 years. So how is Audi going to be involved in these 3 different pillars? First, digitalization. We want to create a digital ecosystem, and as our CEO, Mr. Stadler, you could briefly see him in the first video mentioned already in 2014, Audi will develop cars as the biggest mobile devices. So the car needs to be connected all the time to your mobile phone, to your home, to your dealer, and also to different mobility services you are going to order. In the future, it's not only about selling a car, it's about selling mobility services. And that needs to be considered as well on the digitalization, because in the future not everybody wants to own a car but wants to have access to mobility services. Second pillar, sustainability. Of course, the environmental consciousness is growing, and also wants to contribute, Audi wants to contribute to that, and decided to have a battery electric vehicle mix, BEV mix, by 2025 of 35%. So we want to achieve 35% of our new car sales by 2025 should be purely electric. And that would be, in terms of numbers, at least 750,000 vehicles per year. Of course, we need to have the environment in each of the markets, but especially a market like Japan that has already all the equipment and all the devices ready, I think should be one of our pilot markets. Finally, urbanization. And as I mentioned before, 2/3 of the world population is already living or will live in high-density areas. And in these metropolitan areas, 85% of the GDP will be coming from. Of course, this will influence a lot how we develop our products and our services. Because due to the urbanization, as I mentioned before, our customers have different needs. They don't necessarily need to own a car, they just want to have access to mobility. And this needs to be taken into consideration. At the moment, you see a lot of startup companies, as you can see on the right side, who are offering mobility services without owning the fleet or owning the car. And we need to catch up, and we need to produce from our side a premium mobility service network for those who are not willing to buy a car anymore. And of course, this trend of urbanization and mobility services creates a lot of business opportunities for Audi. But one of the key pillars of our future development and one of our USPs in the future will be autonomous driving. Because we believe that convenience of driving, safety of driving, and also the trend in metropolitan areas has no other way than to go to autonomous driven cars. So the autonomous car would be one of our future pillars, and we will call it the Audi AI, the Audi Artificial Intelligence. So finally, let's have a closer look